Hello, very charming vloggers. Today is August 3rd, 2011, and welcome to Wednesday. So as you can probably tell, I got a little hat. These little hats are actually called Fascinators. My mom and my aunt were but debating whether they were called Fascinators or Fasteners, but they are Fascinators. I looked it up, I searched little British hat. Yes, and then I found it. So I went shopping today and I got a Fascinator. Made me really happy. I just want to show you guys a couple things. I got a few more things too, but I also got a necklace, right? That opens up like a pocket watch, and then it's an actual proper clock. Because I had a necklace, it's over there right now though. I had a necklace and it had a clock on it, but it didn't actually tell time, which was kind of a shame. And I never wear watches. I don't fancy time very much. I don't like watches either because they snag on things, although Sydney, I must say, yours was pretty awesome. So I have a necklace clock now, which I quite like. And I also got, I'm not sure if I want to unfold it, because I'm just going to do it anyway, because I'm already midway through that process. But I got a shirt with David Bowie on it. It's not going to get any better. But I got a Bowie shirt, and it makes me really happy. Anyway, and the other thing that I got was a romper, but when I went to try it on, I thought it was a shirt. And so then I was looking at it, and I'm like, oh, this is a nice shirt. And I was in the change room, and then I tried to put it on over my head, but I meant cloth at the top of my head, and I was really confused, and I was like, oh, shorts! If you don't know what a romper is, there's two ways for me to describe it. One is it's like overalls, only a nicer material, and it's actually like a proper shirt here. Or two, it's like a dress, but with shorts on the bottom. You've probably seen them before. Next, this summer I've been working a lot. I've just been going back and forth, and I quite like it. But I've also been sick too many times. I used to be the person who was never ever sick, or I was sick once a year for like 24 hours tops, and that was it. And I've been sick like 2 or 3 times since just the end of the school year, and it's getting annoying. I mean, obviously nobody likes being sick, but it's just, you want to go outside and you want to hang out with people and you want to do things, anything. You want to be able to go downstairs, you want to be able to eat food without hurting, and just lay in bed. On the other hand, I have done a lot of reading. I went to see the new Harry Potter movie, the last Harry Potter movie. Oh, I was saying to people that my childhood, it's like it's over, or would be over, because I was saying this before. In order to prevent Harry Potter withdrawal, the night that I got home, I started reading The Philosopher's Stone, and I would be on The Order of the Phoenix right now, except that I was at the library and I couldn't resist getting a couple books, so I'm reading them right now, and then I'll go back to Harry Potter, finish those off. But Pottermore, I just finished the 4th book, and so then the other night I set my alarm clock for 5 o'clock in the morning because I read on the website. This was day 3 of it. I read on the website that it was going to be between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. British summertime, which meant 4 to 8 in the morning. So I was like, oh, I'll do it at 5 and I'll be able to figure it out easy enough. That's not the question. I set my alarm and it didn't appear to 6 o'clock in the morning. And then I saw the question and I was like, I know this! The question was, in the final Quidditch game against Slytherin, how many points was Gryffindor leading by? And it was one of the two things, it was either 50 or 60, and then I just pulled out the book and I was like, got this! And I went to the page and I answered the question within like a minute, and I was really happy. So I'm going to be one of the 1 million people to try out Pottermore ahead of time. It makes me really, really excited because it means Harry Potter's not actually good. When I actually went to see it, I did cry during the movie, but I was with a very large group of people in that we actually took up an entire row in the theater. We got there quite early. We saw it not the midnight Thursday night, Friday morning. We saw it Friday evening. Took up an entire row, and I think we sufficiently horrified the people behind us. There's nothing quite like hearing a friend describe in great, vivid detail his job at a meat packaging company, a big one, where he basically just guts chickens, and it was really gross. He did it because someone was making fun of him for it. And then I'm looking on, because I was sitting, like, on the edge, and I'm looking on, and the people on the row behind were absolutely horrified. They're like, why are you talking about this? And then someone else in our group, I'm sorry to say, screamed, "Harry dies!" at the top of his lungs, and then started, like, the whole theater went absolutely silent, and then our group started, like, laughing, and I feel kind of bad. But you know what? Honestly, by this point, I'm starting to, I don't know, I'm getting a different view of spoilers, especially when there's books. And it's something like Harry Potter, because so many people have already read the books, and as much as it was a spoiler, a few years ago when the last book actually came out, it's not a spoiler anymore. If you haven't, if you don't know what it is by now, then that's lovely, but most people do know what happens. And the other thing is I was watching this movie called Nowhere Boy. This is totally random. I was watching a movie called Nowhere Boy. It was about John Lennon when he was young, like a teenager basically. And it was from the time from when he meets his mother to when his mother dies, which is a very short time, like a year maybe tops. And me saying that to when his mother dies, as much as for the purposes of the movie, that's a spoiler, it's his life. So it's like biographical information. If you already knew this, then it's not a spoiler. So now I've technically spoiled that for you. But, yeah, does it count? And one more thing, I'm thinking of finally submitting to the world that Steve Jobs has created, and I'm considering buying a MacBook. I don't know if I should. I quite like my laptop computer, but no, because MacBooks are really nice too, and I'm trying to decide. My computer is on my knees, which is why it's like, the world isn't ending, don't worry. I don't think there was anything else that I meant to talk about. I should edit this now. Alright, well, hopefully I'll see someone soon. Today is Wednesday, DFTBA.